Hi, shall we talk about Dharma? It's a big concept, but it can be simplified. At first, we should know about certain things. It has to be clarified before you do the meditation. If your mind is, filled with the neurotic upheavals, if the neurotic upheavals of your mind causing a lot of tension, then you cannot simply sit and meditate. So the neurotic upheavals are caused by the conflicting emotions or kleshas, that is also caused by avidya, ignorance. At first, we should understand the truth of suffering. Why do we have to suffer? At first, no one is going to be spared. Everyone is going to suffer. But why? Why do we have to suffer? Because of the ignorance, because of the attachment, because of the self-cherishing thoughts. We'll discuss each and everything one by one later. At first, I'll give you a summary or maybe a small, let us have a glance of Dharma. What is Dharma? Or maybe, we should learn few things before you do meditation. If you are able to understand certain things, that will clear the mind or maybe prepare your mind for meditation. So the first thing is we need to understand the truth of suffering. Why do we have to suffer? And the second thing is patience. Patience with our own limitations. We are suffering because just not only because of the ignorance, because of our own limitations. There are people can do so many things. They do have the same 24 hours. Bill Gates is having the 24 hours. Same 24 hours. For an example, if you talk about any any leader, or just think of it, someone is having a big role to play. He's also having 24 hours, or she is also having 24 hours, and we are also having the same 24 hours. But they are able to do so many things. So we must understand our own limitations, but we don't have any limit. We are limiting us. There is no limit for your knowledge, to gain knowledge or to process it. There is no limit, but sometimes we must understand our own limitations, and as well as those of others. And if someone is not doing it as the way you are doing it, if someone is not having the capacity or the potential to do it, You should not yell. You have to be very patient. So, patience at all times. That is the very, that's having a lot of potential. That's the calming and pacifying agent. If you understand about yourself, your capacity, your potential, then you understand it, why it's not happening, why it is taking time. And also, when you understand the others, when you understand the other person's limitations. Okay, for an example, you are a manager and there is someone working in your team, not following your orders or not able to execute it as the way you want it. But it has to be done within the time limit. There is a time constraint. So when something is not happening, that's not under your control, that is related to that person's potential, his capacity, his limitations. So you have to be very patient and you have to handle the person with a lot of patience so that you won't suffer. And he will also learn many things out of you. So it's all about, it's not just about you are doing it, you are learning it. Through you, there are so many things are happening. Okay. You need to understand another important factor that is called impermanence. Nothing lasts forever. Don't recall the Sidney Sheldon's book, but this is the truth. Impermanence. Saswatam means permanent. Impermanence. Why it is impermanent? Because there is something called death. So when we understand that we are all here, we are all here for we are going to live here for a very short period. And not only the life, everything. After all, if the life is not going to be there, then what about the materials? What about the things around you? There is no value at all. At first, our life itself is not permanent. So everything is nullified because of this one particular truth. When you understand it, sometimes you will become very greedy because of that also. Because when you think that, oh, there is no death, there is nothing going to be changed, what do? You won't have this kind of greed. Okay, it's all going to be mine, it's there, I'm not going to die. So you won't torture anyone. You won't hurt anyone. Because you are going to be there forever. So on the opposite side, on the contrary, just imagine you are going to be here for another 40, 50 years. That's it. That too, I mean, that we have that kind of hope. Next moment is, this moment itself is, when you say that this moment, is it going to be there? It's gone. So nothing is permanent, nothing lasts forever. So when you understand this truth, then what do? You will enjoy each and every moment, and you will use each and every moment for doing some good things. For good things. You will do a lot of good things because your life is not going to be there. It's all, one day it's all gone. It will be gone. It's like a small flame. Have you seen the lamp? Even the candle light. It's like fleeting. And just when the strong wind blows, it's gone. Our life is like that. So this is the truth about death. Or maybe this is one of the truth or the fact, or it has to be understood in the manner like nothing is permanent and death is there. When you know this fact, you will not waste your time. You will do all the good things. You won't hurt anyone. After all, you are going to be there for only for a very short period of time. We are all the visitors. We have to back to pavilion after some time. It's all in rotation. Okay. Then emptiness. That's the very big concept. But when you understand that, you're not an independent soul here. Of course, the soul is independent. But when you are on this earth, you are connected. You are not free. Inextricably connected. It's all connected.